Hi everyone, so this is the first ever video review I'm doing for Dance Culture North East. I'm Hildy, hello. So last night I went to see the Best of B Festival. B Festival is a festival that happens in Birmingham, and basically the best of that festival tours the UK, and they came to Caedmon Hall last night in Gateshead. I think it's in conjunction with like Gift Festival, which is Gateshead International Festival, which happens I think in May. So I've got my little kind of brochure here, and there was 3 performances, and the first one was I'm gonna say Legend, it's spelled differently, I'll spell it in the blog for you, by Romain Tulle, I think, Tulle. He's a dancer but also like a multidisciplinary artist from what I've gathered. His piece was amazing and very, very funny. He had the art of kind of clown and basically just he had the audience in the palm of his hand. And his piece had some movement in, but a lot of it was about verbalization and but more translation from his native French, I'm thinking, to English, but he also speaks Portuguese as well. So it was very funny, kind of like purposeful misinterpretation, mispronunciation as well, but so well timed, so beautifully put together that it was very, very funny in the guise of this kind of talk on birds and bird song and how birds communicate and how humans communicate with birds. And there was some beautiful bird song in there and just some really great physical theatre as well. The comedy was more in his body and face than what he was actually saying, but obviously at times what he was saying was really funny as well, and that was a great start off to the night. The next piece was called What Stuff Does, and that was by an English guy called Robin Boone Dale. Robin is a juggler, and he used his juggling skills to come up with like a thesis, a kind of, it says philosophy here, a kind of a philosophy on juggling and how he can put his practice into other things. I'm not very good at describing this, so but he juggled water in a way. He juggled ping pong, he used a ping pong ball, he juggled with all kinds of different things, and it was basically, I remember from this, a triangle, so the relationship between him, his objects and his audience. That's how I've seen the triangle, and it was really, really good. It was really innovative and so much better than just watching a normal juggling show. As much as I love juggling, it had a little bit something behind it. There was a bit of clown in there as well, but quite funny, really good with his audience, and that was really entertaining. It was very different from the first one as well. The best thing about this whole festival is that obviously everything was so different, so you get a little bit of everything, not the norm, which was fantastic, very up my street. The third act was Andre and Doreen by Calunga Teatro. Hope I've said that right. These guys were Spanish. It was an emotional roller coaster of physical theatre with masks. So they had these masks on. Andre and Doreen are an old lady and gentleman, a couple who've obviously been together for a long time, and it's their story to do with dementia and Alzheimer's, and it follows the story of Doreen's declining into Alzheimer's, which is very sad, and it chimed with a lot of people in the audience. I could see a lot of people kind of welling up, and it was really sad, but at times really funny and very realistic. It had a really great quality to it, and just the set the movement, what was not said, or nothing was said. It was a complete silent piece, but it was so beautiful and lovely, and I would love to see the full piece. Would be fantastic. So my favourite part of the first act, which was Legend, was the not particularly the movement, although I loved the movement. It was beautiful. It was funny, to say the least. It was very deliberate, and that was really nice. But I loved the wordplay was fantastic, and it was really witty and funny. And although Romain, who created and performed the show, is French, you can see a real British comedy to it, which I really enjoyed, and he gets a British audience, definitely, or he's had help to get a British audience, because it was really spot on. The second act, I was just really impressed with how the whole kind of theory had come together, and how he brought that into how he'd used his talent and his process to create something that is more than juggling, more than a circus act. It was really entertaining and made you think a lot. I really loved that. And the final one, Andre and Doreen, I just really loved the beauty of it. It was very beautiful, and went on to get from the masks to the costume to the staging. Honestly, go and see that piece. If you ever come across it and it's coming to somewhere near you, go and see the full piece, because I've heard that's a much smaller version, and to see someone's body create that story without seeing their faces at all is amazing. And great for dancers to learn to do these things, to learn how to use the body correctly, and how you can put across a story without seeing a way. I think it's a really good place to be as a dancer, to go and do those things that might not be classed as dance, but could be used in your practice as well. It's great to branch out and have all those things in your library to pick from when you need them in certain pieces. So I would definitely say worth going to see that. Yeah, so to conclude, the Bessa Bay Festival, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I want to see more at Caveman Hall, because it's a beautiful venue. It's quite small, but it's a lovely. Gateshead Library is lovely. Everyone who organised it was fantastic. It was just a really genuinely lovely night, and something really different happened in Gateshead. I'm really happy I went to see it. So thank you for inviting me. All the links to everything I will put below, so you can check those out. And thank you so much. Bye.